You have to vote for a person, Courtney, not one of the Himalayas.
Hey y'all, so we had to come back. Oh, I think I left my vape upstairs. Fuck, I didn't need it. We gotta talk about the Lyft driver situation. I'm not a preacher, but let me find out. I'm gonna preach a series on accountability, cause. So anyway, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure you look around, find some other videos that you like, take your shoes off, make yourself comfortable, send a like, a subscribe, a comment, let me know that you're here, what you think of the video. If you're returning, welcome back. It's a lot going on in the world right now. And I don't really talk about many current events, A, because it's too many to catch up with, and B, there are more important things to worry about. There are bigger fish to fry. But too many people are talking about it, so it just won't escape me. So if y'all don't know, how can you not know? The rapper. Let me say this for the people who are new here. I have dark humor, and I come from an era where comedy was comedy. Everybody was up for grabs. Anything was up for grabs. I come from a culture that's not really that sensitive. Mind you, like, most of the people who are super sensitive now are either the Gen Zers or the late millennials. Most of us can take a joke unless we're battling with something up here or we're just having a bad day. Because we come from an era where jokes were jokes. Everybody got talked about. The gay people, the fat people, the skinny people, the white people, the black people, the Hispanics, the Chinese. If you were in the crowd, if you existed, you got talked about. And when it was your turn, you laughed, slapped five. Don't get up to go to the restroom because they gonna clown your ass for 10. That was the joy of going to a comedy show. And I'm not saying I'm a comedian by far. Cordell is not perfect by far. But I understand that I have a little flair. And I understand that I'm funny as hell. I'm going to say things that I think is funny. I don't mean to offend anybody. I have an abstract mind and it's very creative. And I don't even know why the fuck I'm explaining myself. But sometimes you have to give people a better understanding of who you are so they can receive what you have to say in the spirit that it was given. With that being said, y'all done seen the video of the rapper 2 Tons of Fun, and she got denied a Lyft drive. Now, was it Lyft or was it Uber? Because the man said maybe you should do Uber XL. So does Lyft not even offer larger vehicles? I don't know. But okay. Unpopular opinion, I'm not mad at the driver. If I personally feel like when you get in my car, you're going to pop my goddamn tires and my livelihood is driving, I'm not going to take that risk. Because, okay, you say it's not going to happen, but if you get in the car and the tires do pop, and we go from, you going to say, damn, that's fucked up. Then proceed to get your fat ass out my car and go on with your life. I have to replace those tires because you told me you can make it. If I don't believe I can make it, if I believe my car is at risk, I'm not going to take that risk. He was not rude. He was very polite. And like my bestie YB said, shout out to YB, Mama was recorded before she even got up to the car. Now, in the little news thing, when you meet with a lawyer, let me just tell you this. Because from working in entertainment, they teach you how to approach situations. It's a lawyer's job to basically be your anxiety. Think of Inside Out too. A lawyer's job is to be your anxiety. They need to think of every possible scenario and prepare you for it. So that lawyer knew from watching that video that we were gonna have questions about her recording before she even walked up. Because it's as if, just like YB said, baby, you knew this was gonna happen to you. It was almost as if it's happened to you before and you wanted to just get it on camera. But when she got in the news thing, she was just like, I saw him rolling his eyes. Which is a little bit odd to me, unless he has really, really, really good customer service skills, because the eye rolling and the attitude you say he gave before you even walked up to the car does not match with his demeanor and his tone when you reached his car. Some people say he should have just denied and just drove the fuck off. Now that would have been rude. That would have been rude. He wouldn't even have room to fight this. That would have been completely rude for him to just be like, and just drive the fuck off. No. He held a conversation with her and tried to explain, I don't feel comfortable. letting you try to squeeze and pack in the back of my car like sardines. I don't want to do that. Y'all talk about a can of biscuits, but literally, when you twist that thing, pop, you don't know what to expect. Don't nobody open a can of biscuits right in front of their face. You give yourself a little distance because you know the unexpected may happen. If you brace yourself with biscuits, why he can't do it with his vehicle? Yes, he does this for a living. He still got to use it to go to church, to go to work. Well, this is his work. And you this big time rapper, why your big ass ain't got no car of your own so you don't run into issues like this? And why are you not being considerate? You know you a big girl. I don't know about Lyft because I've never used Lyft, but I know for Uber, when you order an Uber, before they get to you, you know the face of the person that should be driving the car, and you know what the vehicle looks like. I'm not saying this is that, but if you know a Prius is coming to pick you up, why the fuck would you still go through with the goddamn ride? He don't know he finna pick up 2 tons of fun, but you know you 2 tons of fun finna try to squeeze your ass into a Prius. What if it was a 2-door? What was we gonna do? Hatch your ass on the goddamn roof like a Christmas tree and haul you to the goddamn watch party? I don't understand. Then videos of you like shooting music videos and just more videos of you surfaced. You couldn't even fit in the back of an SUV. And I'm not talking about the back seat. The trunk was up and she was sitting in the back, well, trying to, doing her little rap thing. Poor dog didn't know what to do. You had the dog on a leash and he was just all over the place because he didn't know whether to try to jump up at you or try to run away. And you just on the truck just enough so you can kind of sit your weight down and not have to stand on your feet. But you ain't in, like, your legs ain't swinging. You're not sitting on the truck. You kind of leaning. Then I saw a couple photos of you. You sitting in the driver's seat of a Jeep. I ain't seen the pedal yet. I ain't even seen your knees, your thighs, nothing. No gear shift. It was the steering wheel in your stomach. Then they showed another angle of you trying to get out the car. The steering wheel is literally poking you like you like this. Your stomach is in like this because it's Roll the clip.
No, because it's getting out of hand now. Is anybody worried about their health? Is anybody worried about waking up the next motherfucking morning? At this point, what the fuck is really going on?
Because at this point, big is beautiful. I will never tell somebody, oh, you big and that's a bad thing. No. Wear that weight well. But wear it well. And there's a such thing as being big and healthy. Everybody's not meant to be a size 2. Do your thing. If you big bone, work it. Because finally, we got people coming out with fashions that's worthy to be praised for my big, beautiful queens and kings. Y'all out here looking good. So big ain't the issue. That is morbidly obese. She is almost 600 pounds. He wasn't lying. You was not going to be able to fit back there. Luckily, most Uber drivers push the passenger seat all the way up to give you a little bit of leg room. That would have been a necessity for you. I just don't understand. And then I hear you trying to sue for like $2 million? I don't think this was discrimination. And then the lawyer tried to say something to the effect of, well, that's just like somebody saying, I don't want black people in my car. You're comparing a man politely refusing a ride out of concern for his vehicle to racism? Because she was black. So you saying whether she was big or not, based on this type of man and this situation, she probably still wouldn't have got the ride. Where are her friends? You are a rapper. Your videos look like they popping. I know you eating good and you probably ain't just eating at your house. So why none of your friends couldn't give you a ride? I don't know. I'm not trying to harp on this woman. But for all of y'all to like be harping on this man and rejoicing in the fact that he lost his job, which is probably the only job he had, is sick. Because how can he be wrong and she's not? And I think at this point we're making excuses. I'm just keeping it real. I feel like we are making excuses and we're not taking accountability. Nobody should be damn near 600 pounds. Like I said, big is beautiful. That's fine. If she was half that size, he probably wouldn't have flinched. 300 pounds ain't shit. 200 pounds ain't shit. But she's 580 something. She's leaning more so towards 6 than 5. 5 is too much. 4 is pushing it. We are not gonna make excuses for being that big. Again, you don't have to be small, but maintain and live a healthy life. I'm not gonna use the whole analogy. If you can't walk up the stairs without, bitch, when I get to the top of the stairs, I'm breathing hard. So that ain't got shit to do with it. And I can be out of shape too. So don't get it twisted that just because somebody is skinny, they in shape and they better off than the person that's big. No. But if you're sitting, simply standing. Listen back to the video when she was talking to the man. She was standing in place and could barely breathe. As if she had just run a 100-meter dash, a 5K marathon, performed the entire Renaissance tour in 3 cities. She was out of breath because she cannot breathe. When your health becomes a concern and things like that become an issue, then you need to start drawing attention to your weight. Look at how she was walking down in that clip from the news. Look at how she was walking down the thing. First of all, if your ankles are as big as your thighs, we got a problem. Unless you got lymphedema, unless that is a medical condition, no. My cousin laughed his ass off at me because I went to a friend. I'm that friend. If I want you to live and not die. I'm sorry. And I'm not going to embarrass you in front of people. I would never do that. But I would rather tell you something that you really kind of don't want to hear, but know that it'll help you, than to sit idle and just watch you deteriorate and just waste away and throw away a perfectly good person. Because again, big is beautiful, but when you're that big, you're limited as to what you can do and how you can do it. If she was denied a Lyft ride, how many roller coasters you think she can get on? How do you think her subway experience is gonna be when she goes to New York? Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, how many slip and slides does she go down at Six Flags? But Respucia showed us how a bitch go down a slide. So I think she can pull that off. And what of those, cause I work downtown. Most all doors in my building, downstairs to get into the building, is one of those spinning doors. She might as well count it all joy because it's not gonna happen. If we gotta bring you in through the loading dock, we got a problem. Oh, that's what I was saying. My cousin Danye got himself a huge giggle off my ass because I was genuinely concerned about my friend. I'm not gonna say your name, girl. But we were talking one day. I looked down and I said, oh my God, she has stretch marks on her wrist. Friend. Again, big is fine. But we gotta address the issue when it becomes an issue. I don't think it was racism. I don't think he was discriminating. I think he was genuinely concerned. And he canceled the ride because he needed to do more work. You know, it really wasn't that big of a deal, but she made it a big deal. And now everybody's jumping on the bandwagon of, oh, these Lyft drivers are horrible. Or that Lyft driver is horrible. Now, don't get me wrong. I've had some horrible Uber rides. Horrible. But that wouldn't have been one of them. And again, don't you want to be... Why would you want to stuff into the back of a Camry? Why would you even... I want to be comfortable. The driver wants you to be comfortable. That's why, like I said, they push your seat all the way up. So you can have that leg room. Bitch, bring me a Navigator. Bring me a Suburban. An Excursion. No, an Escalade. No, we did have an Excursion at one time. An Excursion, an Escalade. A Yukon, a Tahoe, a Denali. Why would I want to stuff my big ass into a back of a Prius? Girl, and $2 million, Lyft may settle because they don't want to seem insensitive. Because big people can really make this an issue and take this shit to the... We can take it to the moon, take it to the stars. But $2 million I don't see her getting. But you got your viral moment. Capitalize on it. Now that you have it, what are you gonna do with it? Do you want to stand on this soapbox and declare I'm fat and I'm proud? Or are you gonna be like Lizzo and try to, still be a curvy girl, but at least get your health in order? She was walking side to side down that hallway. That's not normal. And that was because her legs are this big all the way down. Honestly, y'all, I don't care about the whole Lyft situation. If you get your money, if you get it, fine. If you don't, fine. I'm pissed that man got fired because he wasn't trying to be an asshole. He was genuinely concerned. There's no nice way to say you're too fat to fit in my car. There is no nice way to say that. But sometimes you have to be direct. And he was direct, but he was polite and he was respectful. And he was still terminated for that. Meanwhile, you want to get a huge payout over a huge inconvenience. You inconvenienced him because that was another ride he could have been taking, and you got him fired, and you recorded him without his consent. Because you never informed him that he was being recorded. I'm pretty sure he saw it, but he didn't consent to that. So he could sue you for that, depending on the state that you're in and what y'all laws are. Because if it was Texas, I would sue the fuck out your ass. And then, you're inconvenienced because you didn't get the ride out. Did you ever... If you still made it to that fucking watch party,